Hey, what's good everyone? Welcome back to the channel. A little over a month ago, I made the switch from Mac to PC for video editing. I made the switch because I needed more power from my computer and I couldn't afford spending $50,000, Swiss francs, whatever, on a Mac Pro. This video is basically my 1 month review of using a PC for video work. Let's jump right into it. The first thing that kind of shocked me, and I was kind of expecting it, was that everything is more complicated. On Apple computers, you don't really need to think about the computer as much. Everything is kind of taken care of for you. You just need to click update whenever the OS tells you to update something. It is the complete opposite with custom-built PC and Windows. You constantly need to be aware of what driver you're running, and you constantly need to be checking if new drivers are available. And overall, you need to think about your computer a little bit more. The first thing I did when I got my computer is I obviously installed the OS and I installed all the programs that I needed. I also made sure that all the drivers were up to date. Then I started to use Premiere and it started to crash a lot. And I was like, oh boy, it's gonna be painful to work like this if it crashes all the time. So I made some research and I found out that the latest driver I had installed on my GPU wasn't working well with the Premiere version that I was using. So I had to downgrade the driver. And this is something you never have to do on Mac computers. This is off-putting at first, but this is definitely something you get used to fairly quickly. The second thing that was kind of strange when I made the switch was that I realized I was a creature of habit. First couple of days I was using the PC, I realized how much I was used to using macOS. All the shortcuts that I had been using over the past 10 plus years were gone. There are two shortcuts that made the transition a lot smoother. And that was the Windows tab, which essentially shows you all the open windows, and the Windows E, which is opening a new Finder window, or I don't know how you call it on PC. However, when it comes to the OS, there are three things that I really miss. The first thing was quick preview with the spacebar, and I found an app that is doing something kind of similar, but it's not as smooth. The second thing is the view in columns, and this is something I really liked on macOS, and I wish there was some kind of app to replicate that on a PC. And the third thing is AirDrop. I realized how much I was using AirDrop. I'm kind of using a workaround now with Google Drive and Dropbox, but it's not as efficient and fast as AirDrop. But then again, this is not the end of the world. You can find workarounds for essentially everything. Third point is that it crashes more often. There's really like nothing else to say about that. I've experienced more crashes over the last month on my PC than I had on my Mac over the last probably like year. Apple computers are more stable. That's about it. Point number 4. It is fast and it makes you work a lot faster. I'm a Blackmagic user and I shoot in 6K and RAW almost exclusively. And editing that footage on this computer is a bliss. It's fast, it's efficient, it's not laggy at all. And don't get me started on the rendering time and the export times, which were cut like in half and even more than that compared to what I used to work on. So yeah, super powerful and I love it. Number 5, Adobe is the same. What made the transition easier for me was that all the Adobe programs are almost identical on Mac and PC. Some menus might be different, but to be honest, after a couple of days, you're like efficiency and like you get used to it fairly easy. The only thing that I had to do was to remap all the shortcuts that I was using on my Mac, but this took me like less than an hour and then I was ready to rock and roll. Super easy transition, thanks Adobe. So if I had to sum up everything, do I regret making the switch from Mac to PC? Not at all. I was kind of skeptical at first because I like Apple computers so much, I like the OS so much. But I think that once you get over the not so great UI and all the little inconveniences that come with it, then it's an enjoyable experience. And the fact that my PC is 100% customizable is a huge plus for me, because if there's a new CPU or GPU, whatever, coming up in the next few months or years, I can upgrade it without having to upgrade the whole system. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope it was kind of informative and that it's helping you if you're on the verge of making the switch from Mac to PC. If you have any questions or if you want to ask me anything, please leave a comment down below. I'm trying to answer to all of you guys. Sorry if there's a little delay sometimes. If you're new around here and you want to see more content about filmmaking, photography, gear review, and tutorials, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. It always helps. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.